Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing this evening? Today I have a very interesting person that I'm going to be interviewing. This is Moxie Gardiner, who just published a book. It's called Virgin Snow. Moxie is from Buffalo, my hometown, so I'm here with my homegirl. And we're going to talk about her book. It's great to have you on my channel. We want to hear everything about Virgin Snow, so let's get into it. So Moxie, this is your pen name, Moxie Gardiner.
Yes, that's
Now,
right.
is there a reason why this is your pen name, and why do you not want to show your face? I mean, I know celebrities, famous celebrities and musicians, they're very shy about showing their face in public. So tell us a little bit of this mystery. Why won't you show your face?
Well, because in truth, I'm a very, very private person, and I'm also very shy. This is a very hard thing for me to do, to even have this interview with you.
Okay.
But what I really want is, I don't want to be internet famous.
Right.
I don't want to be a celebrity.
Right.
I want my words to speak for me. I want my words to be out there in the world, not me. And so I'm just a simple person who wrote a book, had a story to tell about what it was like to grow up on the west side of Buffalo, and I hope my book will be the thing that's out there in the world, not me.
Right, that's understandable. Okay, so tell us about some of your characters, and who was the main character, and why was it fun to make her up? And as you say, you loved this cozy character, and you loved creating her. Tell us about it.
Yes, her name is Cosetina McCarthy. She goes by Cozy. She's a 13-year-old girl. And this is a kind of a classic coming-of-age story. She's 13 years old when the book starts. And we follow her through her very unusual journey through her high school years in a Catholic high school. And she is a very imaginative girl. She's very endearing. She starts out a little bit overweight, very self-conscious, and she's also very annoying, like all 13-year-old girls.
Yep, I have one.
Yep. So she is she's a person who changes a great deal by the end of the book.
Right.
And what I wanted to tell was how that neighborhood on the west side of Buffalo shaped this girl in the late 1960s, early 70s, when the book takes place.
Okay, and so what happened to her on the west side of Buffalo?
Many things. She has a very colorful life in this book. First of all, she overhears the deathbed confession of her father. He reveals a terrible secret, and she overhears it. Then there is this hellacious fight at his funeral between her Irish and Sicilian relatives. So
that was a doozy, I'm sure.
So you get a sense of what it was like to be in a family from two different ethnic groups.
Right.
So also, because she believes she has a special purpose, she gets involved in anti-war protests, and she gets involved in the civil rights movement, and she gets involved in women's
Liberation.
She dips her toe into each of these, and usually with unfortunate consequences. Things never seem to go well for her, and the same is true for her love life. And in the end, she makes a number of tragic mistakes. So the reader will just have to
read it to find out what happens. So life on the west side of Buffalo was very, very different than other places, right? So, you know, I'm from the west side of Buffalo myself, so the whole country was in this sort of turmoil and chaos at the time. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, well, first, I have to say that Buffalo was similar in some ways to a lot of other Rust Belt cities, because even though there were these larger nationwide tectonic events going on, in the cities like Buffalo, which were heavily reliant on industry, big industry,
steel industry,
factories were beginning to close, people were losing their jobs. And for the people in Buffalo, particularly on the west side, working class Buffalo, The problems for them were much more immediate and personal, not ideological and political, like in many other places in the country. I mean, you often hear about the 60s and 70s, that whole time frame, from people who were in college at that time, who went off to Woodstock or Haight-Ashbury and became hippies, or got involved in the anti-war movement.
Right.
That was not Cozy McCarthy. Cozy McCarthy's family was struggling to survive.
Right.
They were worried about putting food on the table.
Yeah, survival.
And the church was a huge part of their lives.
Yeah.
And the thing you have to remember back at that time is this was shortly after Vatican II, which changed everything in the Catholic Church. Changed the Mass, changed the way nuns dressed,
Yeah, I remember this
changed
well.
the teachings of the church.
That's right.
Suddenly the Latin Mass turned into a folk Mass.
Yep.
And people...
Nuns weren't wearing their habits
Exactly,
as much. Yeah.
and people on the west side of Buffalo didn't know which end was up
Very
at the time.
confusing.
After the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King, there were riots in the street in Buffalo, just like in many of the big cities.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was a difficult time.
Well, thank you, Moxie. This was so much fun. I really enjoyed it.
Same
and
here.
I'm really looking forward to book number 2 and just great success with it.
Thank
you
you so
guys,
much.
again, it's on Amazon, Kindle. Hopefully it'll be sold everywhere. Library, you'll find it in the library, bookstores. And yeah, it's a great, great book. But we'll see you next time, and
Thank
I'll
you,
look
Dawn.
forward to interviewing you again.